Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. I'm Becca, and welcome to the stream. So glad to have you here. We're about to showcase some student games, so thanks so much to USC Games Expo for one, teaching these great students about games, two, bringing them to me so we can put them on the channel. Put a light on my face. Such a pleasure to have all of you here. Hi, long time no see. I know it's been just a few hours since I've been streaming, so long. All right, so let's bring our friends who have been dancing on Tabletop Simulator in here with the cards. First up, Mike Ford. Hello, Mike.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
I lied to you when I told you to turn off those sound settings. So if you want to turn those back on, because they were helping with background noise as I problem solve all the sound things. Mike, you have designed the game Ambush along with a team in your USC game design classes. And I can't wait to hear all about it. But first, you have two friends that I think we should bring in here. Yeah, but thanks so much for being here, Mike. Appreciate you.
Oh, thank you for having me.
All right. Let's bring in your friends. We have Masato and Taro. Hello.
Hello.
How are you two doing today?
We're doing good.
Yeah.
Good. I loved watching your dancing cards here on Tabletop Simulator. Yeah, you can all see the comments here if you want to see people shouting you out. And Mike, I'm going to let you take it away. You showed me how to play Ambush yesterday, but I want this time to be yours. So feel free to give people a quick rundown, or we can just jump right in, whatever you prefer. Mike, can you hear me, or did I break you?
Oh no.
Oh,
He's frozen.
Froze. Oh, there you
he's
are.
Back.
Hey, Mike, can you hear us? Is this a game he likes to play?
This is a bad time for the Wi-Fi to cut out.
Oh, there you are. Hi, Mike.
Am I
Oh,
back?
no. Yeah, you are back on video. It looks like you
Yes?
were booted
No?
from Tabletop Simulator. Can you hear me?
Okay, that's unfortunate.
Hey,
While I try to figure that out,
I can
Oh, sorry?
jump in here for you. You taught me how to play.
yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Okay, so hello everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out. Okay, so this game is called Ambush. Each of us starts with a life total of 30. And Masato and Taro, please feel free to jump in if you hear me make any mistakes. But I believe, how many cards do we start with in our hand?
I think I'm back. Am I back? Can everyone hear me?
Yes, I see you,
Yeah.
Mike.
All right, that
what's
is
up?
wonderful. All right, just wanted to make sure. Sorry about that.
All good. Tell us about Ambush, the fast-paced strategy game for 2 to 4 players.
I would love to. So, yeah, you were right on the money. We start with 5 cards each in our hand. So if you want to deal those out.
I do. Oh
can
gosh,
do
I
this.
taught you this. Okay, so everyone can draw if you hover over the center deck and hit 5, and it should pop into your hand magically.
The magic of Tabletop Simulator.
All right. Now, who's first player? We name
The
castles,
first-
do we not?
Yes, we do. So the first player is the person with the best castle name. So we all come up with as good of a castle name as we can, and then vote to determine whose castle name is the best one. So I guess I can go first. I guess I'll name my castle Turtletopia. I like turtles.
Uh-oh, you got a laugh from Masato. That's a good sign.
I hope that means he votes
Sounds
for
like
me.
a vote.
Turtle.
Anybody else ready? Turtletopia.
I'm naming mine Mike.
Oh my
Really
god.
good. Castle name Mike.
That's even
Oh.
funnier. I want to name my
Oh.
castle.
I'm gonna name my castle. Castle can't touch this. No.
Awesome.
I'm gonna call my castle Castle Stonewall because it is made out of stone.
That's a logical and very appropriate name for a castle. If I were to live in this castle, I would pick Stonewall. But you know what? I'm gonna pick. Did you say you named it Castle Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah, that just
Yeah, I
feels.
think I'm gonna vote for Castle Mike too. I mean,
I'm
I
for
can't
Castle
vote
Mike.
against myself.
All right,
Yeah, Taro's
Castle Mike
first.
it is.
First
Yes,
player,
okay.
done. Does someone have sound running in the background, or I'm getting a little echo?
Those might be my roommates. Give me 1 minute.
Tell them they're not allowed to Castle Mike if they don't hush themselves.
Okay, I think I got it.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I draw 1 card from the center deck, flip it over,
Ooh,
and it's
very
the
nice.
Brimstone Knight. Wow. I flip that back over, and then I will play 1 Goblin Soldier, and then I play another Goblin Soldier.
Nice.
And I will
Wow.
deal damage to Mike.
Oh no, it's been damaged.
All right.
All right,
Can
so
I
that's
quickly interject? Oh, wow, somebody's
Go
got
for it,
62
yeah.
life. Oh, 29. I wanna kind of like my summary of this game just for people watching. Basically, on your turn, you first peek at a card, but you don't play it. You just place it face down on the tabletop, and then you play a card from your hand that deals damage, most likely to an opponent. They also have other effects. But the interesting part about this game is that there's kind of this like memory component. You need to remember where people have put face down ambush cards, or like where they put their good cards face down, as well as like a free-for-all dexterity game in the moment when an ambush happens, which why would I spoil it? We'll just see what happens when we get to it. Shout out to Dom and Saving Throw Show. Oh, we are now live on the USC Games main channel as well. Yay, congrats to Ambush. All right, there you go. You've taken the damage, yes?
Yeah, I think I took 4 damage because it was 1 from the first
Yeah.
Goblin Soldier and then 3 from the second. So
Yeah.
that's 26 damage for poor Mike.
And Tara, you can play 1 more card after that
Well, I could.
if you so choose.
Is Tara gonna do it?
Nah, I will not.
Wow. Tara was merciful.
Sorry about that, Mike.
This is so sad.
Okay.
And turn over.
All right, I think I am the next player to the left, so I'm going to flip 1 face up, and here we've got Ironwood Bandit. And I don't do any of the things, I just flip it face down, and remember, because it's a pretty sweet card, that maybe I want to grab that if an ambush occurs. And then I'm going to play something super secret from my hand. Oh, no. All right, sweet, we're going to Fire Drake you all?
Oh my god.
No.
No.
Dang it! You got
Wow.
Fire Draked! Okay,
So early in
dealing
the
5
game.
damage to all other castles. All other players must take 3 cards from their hand, show them, and then place them face down on the battlefield.
Oh no.
So
I'm broke.
take your lumps and pony up.
Oh, no. Okay.
I'm broke. Dang it.
Oh, you could have named the castle Howl. That would have been good.
that would have been so good. Let's see.
All right, let me see what's good here. A bandit. The second sister of Crystal Pond. Oh, she restores life. That's nice. Brumstone Castle. The blacksmith. Elven archer. Pixie scout. Ironwood witch.
Have
Uh-oh,
1
and
ambush
an
card now.
ambush. All right.
Oh,
Raise the stakes.
Yes, we did not yet explain what an ambush card does in the game of Ambush, which is if we ever suspect there to be 2 ambush cards on the table face down, then someone yells ambush, and we all grab as many cards. Tabletop Simulator rule, you can't highlight and grab them all at once. You must grab one at a time. And put them all into your hand, and then continue playing. Yeah, did I miss anything there, Mike?
No, that's perfect. Yeah.
Cool, so we've got one down. And y'all took the life loss.
Yes, 5 damage.
Ouch, cruel of me. Pass turn.
All right. Well, it's my turn, and I'm already taking a bunch of damage, so hopefully I don't take any more. I'm going to reveal... Oh, it's another ambush card. Ambush!
Okay.
Ambush! No, I was typing to chat. That's not fair. That's not fair. I don't want this one. Oh, no. Oh, what happens if I took 2 ambush cards in my hand?
It means you have more ambush cards to put down in the future.
I see.
Yeah.
All right, and what happens if someone yells ambush and they're incorrect about how many face-down ambush cards may be out there?
So if someone's wrong about the number of ambush cards, then everyone still gets to draw their cards and pull them off of the battlefield. But if everyone looks and figures out that there weren't actually 2 ambush cards when someone yelled it, the person who yelled it has to shuffle all of their cards back into the deck. So everyone else gets cards, but the person who was wrong and called the false alarm gets nothing.
Don't yell ambush in a crowded theater. Saving throw show. It says ambush is such a polished looking game. Well done, ambush team. Thanks, Don. I'm not on the team, but thanks. All right.
Okay, so now it's continued Mike's turn, right?
Yes, I get to play a card, which is good because I had almost nothing after losing it all in that fire drake. All right, I'm still kind of a bit bitter about that fire drake, to be honest. So I'm gonna play this Ironwood Bandit against you, Becca.
What?
Yeah, sorry.
Did you not flip a card, or was that part of your that was
The
an
ambush was
The ambush.
Yeah, I flipped
Thank
the
you.
ambush. So yeah, that's 3 damage, and I also get to take a card from your hand and put it into my hand.
Did you look at my screen so you knew which one not
I
to
did
take?
not, no, but I did get very lucky. I'm proud of myself for grabbing that one.
Okay, yeah, that was pretty good. Oh man, I have a face down card. That won't do. All right. Masato, does that make it your turn?
Yes, I think it does. All
Go,
right,
Masato, go.
so ooh, okay, a wizard, new mine wizard. I'll place that here. And what should I do? I shall play this Ironwood Bandit against. I'll do it against Taro.
What?
I like that.
3 damage, and I'll take this one. Oh. I'm just going to... No one saw that.
Is that your
And-
turn?
Yes, and that was my turn.
Okay. I am. Oh wait.
Draw
Little card.
first.
Yeah. Oh, another wizard.
You got another one.
Nice
Oh.
wizard.
Okay. And then I'm going to play the Brimstone Knight. And I'm going to take a card from Masato's hand.
Oh, I like this take back seize that's happening.
Oh,
This gotcha-ness.
Wow. 4 damage.
Masato's getting hit hard.
rip.
So, Mike, tell us a little bit about who designed this. 'Cause you had a team, yes?
Yes. So this game actually came out of a USC Games class, CTIM 488, Introduction to Game Design. And basically what we got to do was pitch our games to the class, and then the class sort of formed a team around some of the pitches that they liked. And Ambush was one of those pitches, and so I got a team of 3 other students, and then we had about 6 weeks to basically work on the game, make all the art for it, come up with the characters, the designs, all that stuff.
Heck yeah, I love it. Masato, were you laughing because Turnip Boys has the same headphones?
Yes, has the same headphones as me.
Yep. Looking good. All right, is it my turn now?
Yes, I think so.
All right, let's flip that bad boy. And now I've found, one ambush. The first ambush. Cool. It's going to go nowhere important. Don't worry about it. I get to place wherever I like strategically. So if the second ambush card is found and we all go wildly grabbing for ambush cards, I don't want it near me. Oh no! Oh, I found my fire drake again, everybody.
Oh my!
Wow!
Oops.
I should have grabbed a different card.
Yeah, well, should have.
Dang.
Everyone has to show me 3 of their cards and take 5 damage, and then they put those cards face down in front of them.
I'm out of cards again.
Oh no!
No.
Now, is this a good way for people to discard ambush cards they don't want?
It is a good way to get
Or
rid of
rather
ambush
trigger one.
cards.
All right, everybody took their lumps?
Took my lumps.
Okay.
There we go.
Awesome. Great. I have harmed you all, and now I feel satisfied. My turn is done.
All right. I'm going to pull a card from the top of the deck. It's a Brimstone Blacksmith. I'm going to keep that pretty near me. And then, that second Fire Drake really wasn't okay. I'm going to play an Orcish Berserker against you.
Somebody's got to come for me. Shuffle your entire hand into the central deck and draw 3 new cards. Okay.
You're too dangerous.
Harsh
You
but
have to be
fair.
stopped.
I'm going to grab all my cards at once. Can I? Nope. Trying to be fancy with Tabletop Simulator here. Okay, we grabbed. That's the pile. Drop them in. Give it a shuffle. And 3 new cards, huh?
Yes.
3 new
Okay.
cards.
I get it. Masato.
Yes.
Yes.
Alrighty. Wait, is it my turn?
No. Oh. Yes,
yeah.
it is your turn. Tara,
Okay.
I thought you had 1 point, but you have 17.
All right. Ooh, an Orcish
Ooh.
Berserker.
Ooh.
There's another one out there.
Yes. And what shall I do? Play
You have so many options.
card. I'll play I've been forced. My hand has been forced, and I shall play an ambush.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I'm never paying attention when this happens. No. I don't want that one. Okay.
You've been paying attention last time you
Was it
played the
good? Was
dragon.
it bad? Oh man, I got trash. Okay, so we have 10 minutes left before we're switching up games. As everybody will see on the bottom right, we've got 4 games we're going to showcase tonight and 30 minutes each to show them. So we could play a few more turns, but first I just want to check in and I want to hear from Taro and or Masato if you all want to talk about, have you played this game before? What are your impressions and what do you like about it?
Okay, I'll go. I played this game numerous times because I was the lead artist that worked on this game, so I play tested a bunch of times along with Michael.
Great work on the art.
Yes,
Fantastic.
thank you. I will say most fun aspect of this game I feel like is I like the potential combos of the certain games. So there are some cards out there that allow you to play multiple cards, or some cards that stack effect, like the Goblin Soldier. He can do more damage the more times he's played multiple times. or different, like, I guess, yeah, like certain combo setups that people can come up with.
Awesome. And what was your process as the artist like?
I think we had certain roles to play. So it's like, oh, we need a card that does like a lot of damage, and it's like, okay, what kind of character would that be? Or we need a character that needs to do like, we need like a god card that does like a damage to everybody, which is the Fire Drake. And then we have like, oh, we need a card that can like heal people. It's like, what kind of character would that be? And I just, after that, just Google a bunch of random stuff on Google search on like medieval fantasy inspirations and stuff, and then go on from there.
Yes. Well, Charlotte of Hall always shows up for the card art, so you have Masato to thank. Taro, did you work on this game as well?
I did not. I'm actually a friend of Mike and Masato's, and I'm helping them out with playing this game on
Amazing.
stream.
Have you gotten to play a bunch?
No, actually. I've only played it, I think this is my third time playing it in total.
Newbie, love it. Mike, tell me more about your future designs for this game. Oh, by the way, if anybody types !ambush in chat, they can find the link that you sent me to be able to get a copy.
Yeah. So we're currently selling the game on a website called Game Crafter. You can order the game with that link in the chat. But moving on from there, Masato and I are actually planning on continuing work on this game and kind of the world of Ambush. So we're actually planning on releasing sometime down the line an expansion pack to this edition of Ambush. So that's more characters, more cards, a bunch of new cool things that I'm sure Masato's going to have a great time drawing, and I'm going to have a great time designing. So we're really looking forward to continuing to just kind of expand to this world and give more things for players to do.
Very cool. Love that. Should we do a couple more turns?
Sure thing. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds great.
Okay, so it is. My turn has been ended. So yes.
Okay, my turn. Middle. Ooh, Goblin Soldier. And then I will play a wizard against Becca because you
Get it.
so
Yeah.
much HP.
Y'all gotta come for who's ahead. I get it. All right, taking 4.
And then I can also search the central deck for an ambush card to play on the battlefield. How do I search deck in Tabletop Simulator again? Is that
Right click.
Right click, and then there's a search thing on the.
Ooh. Ambush card.
Okay, this is the memory game aspect. We gotta remember not to pick up that ambush card. All right, if anybody in chat has questions for Mike and Masato, the designer and lead artist of Ambush, feel free to shout them out. Also, Turnip Boys, who calls you my beloveds, would like to help draw for the expansion pack, BT Dubs.
Yes. I am. We are open for suggestions, I guess.
I have revealed a Rumildon Ram, but this is not the card I'm playing. I'm just revealing. I'll put it by me because that's a nice one. Oh no, Mike, your internet is failing you. All right, and then I'm just gonna get wild and see what happens when you stack here. We're gonna go.
Oh, I think I'm back.
Sweet. Just in time for me to maybe kill you. So we've got.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, I think we just got a raid. Thank you so much. I can't even tell.
Should just stay
what up?
offline.
What up, my hyper friends? Hello, hello. Thanks so much to Malika. I think she was gonna raid and appreciate that. All right, Goblin Soldier has a +1, which means, help me out with that. Where's my little? After playing this card, you may play additional cards this turn up to the number shown on the card. So do I need to declare who's getting my damage, or can I play my second card first and then declare?
You usually have to assign the damage first, so you can
Oh,
spread
right.
out the damage among multiple players if you want to.
Sweet. Yeah, this first one. You know what? I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if we can eliminate a player in these last 4 minutes before our next game. So, Mike, I think it's coming for you.
Oh wow! All right, I'm down one.
And then I've got another goblin soldier. I already have a goblin soldier in play, so this deals 3 damage to you. Then I think I'll play another goblin soldier, so that's going to be another 3. I think that puts you at 9.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm getting close.
And then no big deal. I'm just gonna play a new mine wizard. I don't know.
Wow.
It feels like you want to take this damage, don't you, Mike? You just want to
I'd
see
love
what
to.
happens.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Let's just see what a comeback looks like, because I know you got that mermaid card. Now I'm going to search for an ambush. Oh, and what do I do when I find it? Show it, place it face down. Okay, so we'll search. Ambush. Uh-oh. Is it thinking?
Oh, carnage.
Oh, found one. All right. Oh, found 19? No, just one. Okay, I'd never searched for anything before. All right, so there's one. I'll put that in front of Mike, and then I think that's an ambush.
I think so too.
No, you took my card.
Oh wait. Oh, did you want that one? Sorry.
And then these are still face up or face down. Should these be ambush?
The ones that you played.
Oh,
Oh
yes.
no, I didn't mean to take 2 at once.
Oh, I got this one. I got away with one.
All right. Well, you barely lived for now, Mike, but it is now. Well, I think you get one final turn, and
gonna
then we will
attempt
be
to come back.
switching out for our next game, Hostile Architecture, in just a moment. I see some friends hanging out on the sidelines here. Mike, close us out. Final
Yeah, sure
turn
thing.
of ambush
Before I do
today.
that, I did just want to say thank you so much for coming and playing the game with us today. Had a lot of fun.
Oh, it's such a pleasure to have you, and amazing job. This is obviously a very fun game. I really like the mixing of completely different genres. There's strategy, there is like memory, and then there's just kind of going for it, free for all, like a sort of wild dexterity element to it with the ambush. I really enjoy your game.
Oh, thank you. All right, for my last turn, I put down an elf, and then I'm going to play a ram against you for 6 damage, which isn't enough to save me, but I'm feeling petty.
I love it. I love it.
Leo
I love
Mark.
some petty gameplay. Good. Be petty. And live long in a fantasy world. Lord of the Board, thank you so much. This is my buddy. Makes lots of awesome board game content as well. He wants to know, were there any games that gave inspiration to the design?
Yeah. So Ambush is basically sort of a merge between Magic the Gathering and Egyptian Rat Slap, which is basically a card game, a brutal card game, where basically players put cards down into a pile, and then if there are 2 cards of the same suit or of the same level, I don't actually remember the rules super well, it's been a while, but once those 2 cards are in the pile somewhere, someone can slap the pile, and the goal is to get all the cards at the end of it. So we kind of drew from both of those.
2 queens in a row, Jack something Jack. Yeah, totally. Well, I love what you did with it. Thank you so much, and congratulations. Good luck on your next semester, and I hope there's many more game designs in your future. Masato, great work on the art as well. And Taro, thank you for being a guest today. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Final thoughts from you,
Thank you.
Masato?
Yeah, it was really fun working on this game as well. Lots of cool characters and stuff that I was able to draw and kind of design and stuff. So it's a great time working with Mike to make the game, and now it's great playing the game with everyone.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. I'll let you go, and game on, friends. Game on.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. So, friends, we're moving right along. We're trucking. We're getting in there. And I am loading up hostile architecture. Let me tell my friends in chat that the server name is super secret and then the password is super secret right after that. And we'll get you in there. All right. Ready for our next game designer, friends? Coming to the stage right now to teach us about Hostile Architecture, a board game where 2 to 4 budding city developers face off to build the most beautiful community and keep the homeless population off their streets. Oh my gosh, it sounds aggressive. Guess what? It's satire, y'all. It's a head-to-head romp that makes the NIMBYs swoon. That's right, it's Hostile Architecture. And we got Jacob here, who designed it. Hello, Jacob.
Hello, how's it going?
It's going very well, thank you. I'm having a blast. I'm just playing some TTS here. And a friend of yours, I believe, is come to join us. It's
Yes.
Wyatt.
Wyatt.
Hello, Wyatt.
Hello.
Hi,
Are
Wyatt.
you walking on a treadmill right now?
I am walking on a treadmill right now. Hi, Jacob.
That's amazing.
Hi, Wyatt.
Okay,
Wyatt's
well,
always scrolling. He's training to do a big marathon, right?
Oh yeah, gotta do it. Gotta do it.
Yeah.
is it a walking marathon?
It's like
Well, he started with
what
walking,
Forrest
and-
Gump did, but
Yeah.
no running. No running.
Gotcha.
No heart rate.
I love it.
Not too high of a heart rate.
Fair, yeah, that sounds fun. Or maybe you're just slowing down for us, which I appreciate. All right, so let's take a look at Hostile Architecture. Jacob,
Yes.
aside from the tagline I just read, tell us a little about your game.
Sure thing. So Hostile Architecture is a game that I developed for the experimental games class at USC. I wanted to try to create a game that sort of just brought in the very complicated system that is building out neighborhoods to be of service to their communities. Hostile architecture is, for those who may not know, the act of making any public space purposefully uninhabitable to keep specific members of the population out of that space. So for example, like putting bumps on handrails to keep skateboarders off of them, or playing loud music at night outside of storefronts to keep people from congregating. And of course, the most popular examples are anti-homelessness spikes. That's spikes under any kind of shelter or cover from the elements, and any benches that you see in public that are purposefully designed to be uncomfortable to prevent people from taking a rest or spending time there, extended time there. So the goal is to create a game that explores how communities are built with the goal of removing homelessness from the community, but though that's their goal, they pick very, very aggressive measures of hostile architecture to do it, and possibly see if there's a better way to go about building communities that service everybody in it instead of gluing spikes everywhere.
Absolutely. I love that you made a game that has such an interesting message and purpose, and I'm really excited to show it off to people. Everybody in chat, feel free to ask questions, and we'd be happy to highlight them and have Jacob give a stab at it. And Wyatt, you're just a friend supporting, yes?
Oh yeah.
What's your experience with playing this game so far? Is this your first time or your 70th time?
I skimmed the manual about 15 minutes ago, so that's where we're at.
Excellent. All right, so Jacob, do you want to jump into us doing some gameplay?
Sure thing, yeah. I just joined to the tabletop simulator. I think I'm currently a spectator.
Thank you. Yes, I need to give you colors.
Might need to be assigned
preference?
our seats at the table. Just anywhere that's on one of the flat sides so that it's a good working position on the board.
You got it. You're going to be
Yes.
green.
Awesome.
Wyatt, orange or purple?
Orange. I'm glad you asked. Thank you for asking, actually.
You're welcome.
Very essential.
Jacob didn't get a choice, but you got a choice.
Yeah.
You know what?
fine
A
with
man
it.
who is always on a treadmill has style and class,
You
and I
gotta
wouldn't
let
want
him
to
pick his
infringe on
team
that.
color.
You gotta. That's the one thing to know about us treadmill walkers. Yeah.
So you gotta let him know. So
You
yeah.
gotta.
looking at this board right now, just sort of to give us a lay of the land, in the center is the beginning of our neighborhoods. Each neighborhood branches off in a sort of, following these dotted
Quadrant.
lines. So we each take a corner. Or are we rolling to see who goes first?
Oh no, this is my first time on Tabletop Simulator.
Right. Take a moment to sort of figure out the controls.
Hold R to roll.
Neato.
Yeah. So this is the start of our neighborhood in the middle. We each have a sort of a fate card in front of our station where we're going to keep track of what ultimately happens to the homeless people in our community. On this side is our little jar of tokens to put on the board, and here's our hostile spikes that we can add to the community as we build it out. And then this, of course, here is our deck of properties to add to our community in time. So I'll go ahead and add that back and give that deck a shuffle. All we need to set up is we'll put out 5 properties to be our sort of community chest. These are properties that we have been pre-approved by the community. We're able to build in our neighborhoods, and everything else will be drawn at random. There we go. There are a couple of rules about there are 6 kinds of properties, and there's a couple of rules about which properties can be built next to which properties, depending on what income level and population density those properties have. And for Wyatt, as we go through, we can as we go through the first 3 rounds, we'll talk through it so we sort of understand how that works. But the general rule of thumb is that a high value there's low, medium, and high value properties, and then there's low and high density properties. So every property can only be built next to a property that either shares one of its attributes or is like 1 step away. So for example, a luxury high rise and public housing are both high density properties, but they are 2 steps away in terms of property value. So you can't build them next to each other, but you could build, this is perfect, either an apartment is a mid-value property, so you can build either public housing or a luxury high-rise next to it. And this is sort of how we see community, a very simplified version of how communities tend, perfect, have our little chart there.
I gotcha.
This shows a breakdown of the values of each property, both their value in terms of points, how much they're worth to develop, and the capacity that they hold people in, and then a chart of what their income level and density level is. Just sort of, because generally we don't see like mansions and mobile homes being built next to each other, even though one of them can hold a lot more people per plot of land than the other.
Yeah, you've done really interesting things with this game. I really like the commentary. Have you ever played a game called Suburbia?
Ooh, I have.
Ooh.
I mean, well, wait, that question wasn't directed at me.
No, totally.
I haven't, so please talk about it, Wyatt.
I mean, it's great. It's, I don't know, I haven't played it in so long, but it definitely has trappings of this.
It's tile placement based on neighborhoods with certain placement rules, but that's kind of the only parallel. I like that this is, there are so many genres of games and everything kind of falls into a category. It's definitely a very different game, but I like that this is sort of that with more commentary and more kind of like things to get you thinking behind it. All right, so let's hop into it. Do you want to just take the first turn, Jacob?
Yeah, I'll take the first turn. So each turn, there's sort of 2 stages to the turn, but first we need to get the neighborhood built out. So we're all going to do essentially a half turn as our first turn. So the first thing you do on your first we need to pick our neighborhoods. I'm guessing I can take Coastal Cliffs or Money Valley because they're on my...
Dibs on Money Valley. That's
why I want Money Valley. Okay, I'll do Coastal Cliffs.
Dibs on Union Junction.
You'll do Union Junction. Perfect. And that way we're all sort of adjacent to each other. So I have Coastal Cliffs. So I'm starting with a suburb as my starting neighborhood, which means that I can only build, I think out of these, I can only really build apartments, an apartment over here. So I'm going to put an apartment right there, and I'll put, that's not good for me. So this is an action tile. This means that there was just an economic downturn in the community. So I'm going to actually start. This says to add 3 homeless people to my neighborhood, but as I currently only have 1 property, we're going to Oh, sorry. We're just gonna max that out and put a homeless person in my community to start. Action cards are played immediately on your turn. If there wasn't a homeless person on this property, I could have chosen to add hostile architecture to it, but this is currently, that was the end of my turn for now.
Explain this action card one more time.
For sure. So there's a couple of action cards in the deck that all have different consequences within the community. This one is a downward trend. So we could say there was a mass layoff, or a lack of economic prosperity, or just a bad day for a family. And so now we have more homeless people being added to the community because of the instability in the community.
Got it. All right. Does that make it my turn?
Yeah.
Quick question.
Yeah.
How do you, like, when you're tallying up score, how do you determine what's your neighborhood and what's my neighborhood? Is it
That's
just these dotted lines? Thank you.
Yeah, it's following the dotted lines. But
That's
you're
the only
allowed to
question I
build.
asked.
You're allowed to build in any neighborhood, though. That's, your other options when building, if you can't place a property anywhere, is to either build in another neighborhood or just place the tile down upside down as green space, and that's sort of a buffer zone.
So Money Valley is this way and this way?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
Did we mention for end game scoring, your score is the points value on all of the locations in your area. However, if you happen to have an unhoused person in that place, then the score of that tile is now 0.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Does that make it my turn?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
All right. First turn is a little easy. I just place a person, a housing unit. I'm gonna go with public housing. Keep my strat from our practice game.
There we go.
All right, and then I flip a new one to take its place.
Yes.
Okay. Does that affect me?
Yes. So.
Uh-oh.
You're also, I think we'll say, because there's not enough space to add 5 to the board, so we're gonna place 1.
Or is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I got it.
Oh, that's a different. Sorry, that's a different value marker. That's the capacity of the property, but we don't count that on the first turn because we're just trying to lay down properties.
Copy that. All right,
yeah.
That makes it Wyatt's first turn.
Discard.
So you boys gonna rock a high rise.
Oh yeah. And then you also draw one at random, and press F to flip it.
Oh,
there you go. Hey, lucky draw.
Just going straight into a mansion. Yeah.
NBD.
Looking great. Really? And would you like? You have the option. Would you like to place hostile architecture on one of those properties?
So I don't totally understand the hostile architecture situation. Can we just? I read through it, but I don't understand. What's the benefit to hostile architecture?
The benefit is that if you have hostile architecture on your property, an unhoused person cannot move to it. There's a portion of gameplay where the unhoused people are moved around the board by the roll of a dice, and you would risk the property losing value if a person is placed there.
Oh, so there's really no...
Oh, yeah.
There's no con to hostile architecture for me?
Sorry?
There's no con to me. Like, I don't lose anything by placing hostile architecture on my territory.
Except for a piece of your soul, Wyatt.
Except for
I sold that a long time ago. Yeah,
cool. Then no issue. No issue whatsoever.
Right.
Charlotte of Hall says, I like how you all play as the villain. What are your thoughts on that, Wyatt? Is that the intention?
Life's hard.
Oh, sorry, Jacob is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
But yes, Wyatt, I want your thoughts too.
Well, I think that in the phrasing of the goal of this game is to eradicate homelessness in your community, and the tool that you're primarily given in the game, maybe this is gonna spoil the end game a bit, but the tool that you are primarily given is this very aggressive tool, this very hostile tool. But if we were to be a little less competitive and a little bit more agreeable in how we built out housing, there would be a way to do it that was balanced and in this ideal simplified system didn't lead to homelessness in communities. So if our goal was truly to eradicate it, there are ways to address the causes and not the symptoms of it. So you are choosing to play as the villain, but it's just the easiest and most immediate tool given to you in this microsystem of a very complicated ship.
Absolutely. I think it's really brave that you chose to tackle this with your game, and I find it really interesting. And I mentioned this to you on our call the other day, but just for chat's benefit, I wonder if people know the story of how Monopoly was created, and this is sort of like a folk rumor. I haven't actually read a documentation, so if anybody knows more specifics, please let me know. In the, I want to say, 30s, sort of like stock market crash era, there was a woman who designed a game. She designed 2 games. One was a capitalistic system and one was a socialistic system, and showed them both to people as a demonstration of, see, the rich get richer, and this is why capitalism is broken, and this is the ills of our society exemplified in a game. And that game was Monopoly, and we only like the capitalistic one, and the socialist one is lost to time. I've never played it or seen it. Jacob, are you familiar with this story?
I've heard. I didn't know that she made a socialist version of the game too, but
I mean, these are not facts. This is folklore. This is tales I've heard.
Yeah.
The landlord game, yes.
And then it sort of just became like and then it became like just this ubiquitous board game that sort of removed all the scathing social commentary. And I think the rules were slightly adjusted to just make it a lot easier to be like hyper competitive and less fun. Start fights at Thanksgiving.
I mean, let's be real. I'm a ruthlessly competitive person and I really enjoy Monopoly, but in my politics, I'm deeply socialist, so I feel so conflicted, and I like that your game gives me feelings.
Yeah, awesome.
All right,
yeah.
Let's get some more turns in here before we run out of time.
Sure
I want to
thing.
make sure
So
we
now
get a
we're
mix
gonna-
of talking about the game itself and playing the game.
Yeah. So now in this round, we're going to start thinking about capacity. So Wyatt, just so you know, every turn now, it's assumed that our population is going to grow by 6 people. And on each tile, there are these little people in the corners. So a mansion has 1, luxury high-rise is 2, apartment has 4. Each turn, 6 people are going to move into your community. So if you don't have enough housing to accommodate them, we will be adding more people to the board instead.
Oh, does that mean I want people to live in my mansion?
Well, we assume that your mansion is filled, and then if you placed like 2 mansions this turn, your next turn we would add 4 homeless people to your neighborhood.
Gotcha, understood. Okay.
It's like overflow essentially. So with that in mind, because I have an apartment, I'm incentivized to place public housing here because that has a capacity of 5, and I really want that much capacity in my neighborhood to. Oh, and I drew another public housing, which is great. So I'm going to place public housing here. It's great in terms of combating homelessness, but it's not great in terms of score. They're only worth 1 point apiece. But because I placed a capacity of 10 this turn, there's now capacity for the homeless person in my neighborhood, so I can remove them from the board, which is a good thing, I think. And they've been housed. And now I can choose to add a hostile architecture to my neighborhood, and I'm going to play a little bit mean and say yes and place a hostile spike on my apartment.
So
now,
a hostile spike is like a way to confirm, like, that's my point now. Those points are locked in.
Yeah, if you want it, thinking about it from like a strictly, I guess, like mechanical game perspective, yes, you cannot lose points on a property with a hostile spike on it. But there might be other consequences. We'll see.
All right. Does that make it my turn?
Yes.
Okay, I will flip a 5th card.
Oh, right. Sorry about that.
All good. Let me put it down here. All right, so I have options. I have apartment, mobile park, luxury high-rise, and mansion. And if we look at our little cheat sheet of the rules here, next to public housing, I can only do a low-density mobile home or a high-density apartment. So yeah, it feels like apartment is right here. And I guess I decided that I want to make your decisions more difficult by building right against you on our property line there. So now I do one more, yes?
Yes, one.
I'll flip first, and then Yeah, let's go mobile home, baby.
Oh wait, were they both
never
from
mind.
the open deck?
The mansion was what I pulled.
I think you
I have
pulled
to
the
pull
a
mansion?
mansion.
Got it. So I have to take that. Okay. So there's nowhere I can place it. So I have to place it either as green space or in someone else's area, yes?
Yeah.
Can I place it in Greenview Court, or this quadrant is off limits?
I
a
suppose you
three-player
could,
game.
but I don't think a mansion is compatible next to an apartment.
Does the green
Obviously
tile have to
not.
be compatible? If she places it as a green tile?
If it's green space, it can go anywhere.
All right, so a mansion can go next to suburbs or the purple one, luxury high rise. So I would have to give it to Wyatt, but I'm going to place it as green space, I believe.
Yeah, I think
I mean, we would love it in Money Valley.
Okay.
Money Valley would love that green space. Yeah, this is.
I'll put
I think
it here.
this green space or placement debacle is something. This game being part of a class, I'm still definitely working on the rules and seeing. So this is an interesting sort of corner that might need to be smoothed out in a future iteration.
Do I fill in the community grab bag situation?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
restock. that.
Love it.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay, so
and then-
I placed my hostile architecture there. It is an interesting mix of balancing the commentary with making sure that the game is playable. Would you say that there is a way to win with the goal being like adequately housing people versus, putting them in the shelter, jail, hospital, dead?
I think so. Actually, Wyatt, before you complete your turn, so that's fine. We'll do the second half of Becca's turn, which is
Okay.
figuring out what happens to the homeless person in her neighborhood currently.
Gotcha.
And I roll
So
the die,
if-
yes?
Yeah, roll the 4-sided die. We'll see.
A 3.
A 3. So that's pointing up right now. So I think that means
Now, I see. Okay, so let me zoom in on the card here where this person is. So there's a little gray 3 if everyone can see. Oh, I think I can do it. Arrow.
Ooh.
Yeah, hit tab.
Oh, Nito
Nice.
Bambito. So it goes.
Yeah.
So Jacob gets the homeless person.
Oh yeah, I guess. Do we want to do it like that? That would be kind of cool.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you made the game, bud.
This is an edge case that I didn't consider. Is what happens if there's no one? I think they just stay there.
Oh, here's my pitch.
Oh,
It goes
I
into
like
the
that.
space, and now you're blocked.
I like that.
You could place there, but then the person
you're
will
placed.
stay there.
Yeah, I like that.
That,
Let's do that.
I guess is living in an abandoned lot at the moment.
Yeah.
Dark.
Hey, we didn't say it was easy.
Yeah. So
Just
Wyatt, did you? Oh, now Wyatt, you can do your turn.
Your boy's gonna rock it there.
Ooh, but you put the mobile work there.
Oh, I can't. I can't.
Yeah. Did
Oh,
you draw?
Sorry.
Did you draw one from
You
the
think-
deck?
No.
Okay,
Well,
so-
I refilled it.
Gotcha. But the other one you draw blindly.
Gotcha.
from the deck.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I
you get a
understand.
little bit of.
You can't pick
choice.
2 from the community chest situation.
Yeah, one from the community chest and then one from the deck.
Interesting. The game we just played, Ambush, had a similar mechanic of a completely different game and gameplay, but a mechanic of like, okay, one for the pot and one you don't get to choose that goes into play, and then one from your hand that you do choose.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I did that correctly, Jacob?
Yes, you drew one.
Okay.
Yes.
And now I'm gonna just hostile that situation.
There you go.
Put spikes on the outside of your mansion. Okay.
Yeah.
The
Just keep
kids
them
love
out.
it.
Kids love it, yeah.
So
The
Wyatt,
kids get impaled
this
occasionally,
turn-
but they love it.
Yeah. Everyone's getting impaled in Money Valley. So you placed an apartment and a mansion this turn.
Correct.
So that means that you built capacity for 5 people, but there's 6 moving into your neighborhood. So that means that who's to
Are
your
they-
right?
Do I not have capacity for 6 people? Because I have this luxury high rise in the apartment?
Oh no, because it's per turn, adding 6 per turn.
Gotcha. So I've got 2 homeless people.
So you have just one, I think. Yeah,
Well, if they're-
adding 1 to the neighborhood. And I think, Becca, you get to place them because you're to Wyatt's right.
Oh my. Do I roll dice or I just grab a person Throw them
Just
in
place a person wherever you
the
want.
alleyway behind. Well, I'll go for higher points. They live in the laundry room of your luxury high-rise.
There you go. And then Wyatt, you can roll the dice, and we'll see if they're going to travel anywhere in the. That's a 2.
They're going to jail.
Oh,
Or,
they? They're kind
well,
of. That's also not a real spot. Let's say, because I see that we're running out of time. Let's say that Wyatt rolled a 1, and they went here, but that's a spot with hostile architecture. So that means that they can't go there. So then now Wyatt roll the 4-sided dice again, and let's see what their fate is. So is that a 3?
Yeah, they go to the hospital now.
They've been hospitalized. Yeah. Now we can see how sort of I want to maybe go through the end game really quick and talk about how the game both punishes and rewards you for building the hostile architecture.
Excellent. Please do.
In the community. Awesome. So first things first, we can do a tally of all of the values of the properties in our neighborhoods. So I have 5 points. Wyatt has, is that 10 plus 4 plus 3? So that's 17 points. And Becca has 4 points.
4 sad points.
4 sad points.
Yeah.
You can also give yourself a NIMBY bonus for each piece of hostile architecture in your neighborhood. So that brings you up to 6, Wyatt to 19, Becca to 5. But then we do a deduction of the cost for each of the fates, because it is research has proven that it's more expensive to either traditionally shelter, jail, hospitalize, or incarcerate or hospitalize someone who's unhoused than just give them housing. So in this game, that means that Wyatt, because you have someone hospitalized in your community, that's minus 3 points to your score. And if we had really gone ham and played for a long time and placed down lots of spikes and people had died and been jailed and hospitalized left and right, the intention is that the person who played the most aggressively and hostile has the largest deduction to their score at the end of the game.
That's a really cool mechanic. In our last 1 minute, is there, 1, any questions from chat? And 2, Jacob, what was your intention with this? What are your goals for design in the future? Are you going to keep developing hostile architecture? And is there any place that you want people to follow, make sure they check out this game or future games you create?
Sure thing. People can follow my work on Instagram at coolthingsbyjacob, all one word. This game, I was approached by my professor from last year to come showcase it in the Expo, and I was really honored to get to do that. It's been really great to share it like this. So thank you so much, Becca and Wyatt, for coming on and playing it. I mean, I don't really think that it has a commercial application, though because it's a bit sad and morbid. But it's exciting to see how it's become something that seems a bit compelling in how it's tackling the subject matter. And I hope that I can continue to make revisions to make sure that I'm handling it properly and with the respect that it deserves, and start these conversations and raise these questions.
So I won. Cool. I won though.
Yeah, Wyatt, you won. Did win.
You won hospitalizing unhoused people and ruthless capitalism. You won.
Yeah, and putting spikes on all the kids' homes.
Yeah, I think we can all agree. Yeah.
Jacob, I think what you're doing is really interesting and cool. It is difficult to do something that rides a line on social commentary and being misinterpreted. And as I said before, I think it is a brave choice. And I hope you continue to develop it and find like that sweet spot. And to say, just wanted to say that, game design has had such a renaissance specifically because of Kickstarter. So if something is appealing to you, even if a publisher would never in a million years buy it, it doesn't mean that that's not appealing to consumers who will come straight to you through Kickstarter, or whatever other platform is developed in the future or exists out there aside from that one. So congratulations on your design, and good luck to you in the next things you make.
Thank you very much. Thanks so much for having me today.
Oh, it's such a pleasure. Wyatt, thank you for walking your way on in here. Appreciate it.
Oh, anytime.
Yeah, you can follow Wyatt at WyattAcrossAmerica.com.
Wyatt across America.
Love it. Thank you, Wyatt. We'll
Catch him
see you
in a
later.
state near you.
Jacob, thank you so much. We're going to get the next game in here, but chat
Sounds
soon.
great.
Message me with your next game, man.
Will do. Thanks so
Bye.
much.
All right, friends, our next game is called Love at First Draw. And this is going to be the first I've heard about it aside from to tell you what I know right now, which is Love at First Draw is the romance-based party game for boys' night, girls' night, Thanksgiving potlucks, if you have a very forward-thinking family, and more that accommodates as many players as you want to bring. The premise is simple. You and another player must convince the relationship counselors that the other person is the worst date. And let me bring in all these lovely people hanging out in the sidelines, and I'll have you all introduce yourselves. We have Jack, Sharky, Parwesh,
Hello.
and Micaiah. Sorry if I messed up pronunciation there. Let's just go around starting with Jack and say your name and whether you're here just hanging out supporting a friend or if you worked on helping develop this game.
How's it going? I am Jack. I'm one of the developers of this game, and I'm super happy to show it off tonight.
Yay! Very cool. Thanks, Jack. What about Sharky?
Hi, I'm Sharky. I am just a friend. Jack brought me on because he wanted some help playing this game. Heard a lot about it. I heard it's really fun, so I'm really excited.
Micaiah?
Hello, I'm Micaiah, and
Micaiah.
I'm one of the ones on the team. And yeah, I hope we have a great night today.
Sorry, I butchered your name, Micaiah.
No problem.
Parwesh?
Hi, I'm Parwesh, also one of the developers on this game, and yeah, super excited to play this. Gonna be a lot of fun.
Heck yeah. All right, so we're on Tabletop Simulator, yes?
We sure are. So the room name is Hugs, and the password is.
Ooh, don't say la 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 la.
There should be
Here I come.
max.
Oh, do you want chat to pop in? I mean, anything can happen. This is the showcase
Honestly,
game.
if anyone has Tabletop Simulator and would like to hop in and help with the counseling, we would love that. So our game is designed to be played with 3 and up, so as many people as you can bring to play it, the more the merrier.
Heck yeah. All right, I think I got it right here. I will be blue. We might need people in the room to be communicating verbally as well, though. Is that right?
Yeah, if they come on, there'll be a counselor, so they could just vote via chat, whoever they think did better. So it's not a huge deal. If anyone wants to pop in at any point, we can figure it out from there.
All right. Hugs and hugs if you want to get in here on Tabletop Simulator.
All right, so welcome to our couples counseling apartment.
Yeah, welcome to our apartment. You take a look around. So thank you for the wonderful introduction. You nailed it. That's pretty much our game is that 2 lovers are trying to convince everyone else at the table who are counselors that the other lover was the worst date. So the game starts by drawing a setting card, and the person who draws the setting card reads it out loud, and that sets up where the date took place. And then each counselor takes a turn drawing a grievance card and playing it and pinning it on one of the lovers, and the lovers have to fight over whose fault said grievance was and blame each other.
Wow. And everyone's relationship status going really well, or?
It's COVID, so.
Cool.
We're in a committed relationship with this game, okay?
Love it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not calling him yet. All right. Let's get it started and show it
Yeah,
off.
I think we just jump into it here. So I think Micaiah and I are going to start out as the debut lovers. So if any of the counselors, Becca, you can do the honors. If you want to flip over one of those pink setting cards in the middle and tell us where our date is, we can get started.
You are heading to the public library for your first
let me
step.
actually, we forgot to shuffle the pile, so I'm going to shuffle it. We always do the public library first. We'll shuffle the cards.
There we go.
Now you can do the honors.
Cool. Yeah, this is going to be a better one. And also, you can type !LAFD in chat if you want a link to find out more about the game.
Awesome.
All right. Inside an active volcano.
There you go. Much more romantic date than a public library, honestly. So everyone now is going to draw 3 of the white cards in the middle. And those are going to be the grievance cards that you're going to play to give us prompts, basically, to figure out what went wrong on the date and who's the worst lover. So if someone from our team wants to start by Parwesh, if you want to play the first grievance, we can get into it.
Yeah, sounds great. And we already chose the lovers, right? That's
Yep.
you and
So it's me and Micaiah.
Cool. All right, let me take a look at my hand here. Okay. So, would one of you care to explain why you were having a date in an active volcano and then all of a sudden someone whipped out some sick vape tricks? What's that about?
Yeah, that was me. That was me. So I'm a world-renowned vapor. I've been to VapeCon. I got a second place trophy at VapeCon last year. And the reason that Micaiah took me to this volcano in the first place is because he thought the smoke would be really cool to help me debut my sick vape tricks. So we were doing a little video. And so while we were down there, I was busting out sick vape trips. Everybody loved it. I don't see why this is being brought up right now. It wasn't really a source of any problem.
Actually, you are forgetting to mention that you were using nicotine-based drops with your vape, so it was very toxic. And my lungs are already bad since I have asthma and things like that. So I just didn't want my lungs to be hurt like that. And you just were inconsiderate of how weak my lungs are, and you were just
all right. Well, you should have considered your weak lungs before you entered a volcano. Okay, there's sulfur, there's all kinds of gases in the air. I don't know if this is the best place for us to be, and I don't think it's my fault to add more toxins to that air. As you know, nicotine actually makes the vaporous clouds even more dense. You can even get bigger, sick vape clouds. So that's what I was going for with that.
Well, the thing is, the volcano may be active, but it wasn't erupting, so nothing was actually being burned, and the lava was kind of just chilling at the bottom. So there was no really concerns for my health with that. It was just your nicotine-based addiction that was really hurting our relationship.
I don't know. The counselors will have to weigh in on this one, but I don't know if you can blame me for adding toxins to the environment.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we've heard enough.
Now, is there a certain number of back and forth they get, or it's unlimited here?
It's up to the counselors to stop them. So sometimes
okay,
the counselors
okay.
just let it go for like a very long time if it's like super entertaining. But yeah, it's up to the counselors.
Oh, we're gonna
you
be
can
ruthless
tell us to
from
shut
now
up
on.
whenever you want to.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, so we have to decide who is right in this grievance.
Yeah, so we're pinning it on one person. So we basically have to say who was at fault. So we each vote, and we can give our explanation. So, for example, for me, I think Jack was in the wrong. I think Micaiah made a very strong case. The volcano was clearly not erupting, perfectly safe to be in. And I actually think that the real danger was the nicotine-based vaping going on from Jack. So that was really inconsiderate. So I think Jack was at fault. What about the other counselors? What do y'all think?
Wow.
I have to agree. Jack, there's no excuse for vaping, for nicotine. Come on, man.
I know, it's a bad habit. I'm trying to quit. But the clouds, man, the clouds are so
drugs over more drugs. Maybe you wouldn't have to be in couples counseling.
Ooh, ouch. Hot take from Sharky. All right. Now, of course, I have my opinions, but I want to know, is this totally house rules how much you can let your external opinions about the argument weigh in, or should it be purely based on the debate styles of the current couple?
Total house rules here. So you can mix up the rules however you want. So total house rules.
Yeah, if you want to be a good counselor, I mean, we're paying you a lot of money to be here as our couple counselor, you know.
Oh,
like
I see.
Sharky's already as my counselor is like seems to be a little biased, so I'm feeling a little attacked. But
Jack, I'm helping you
go
work
for
through
it.
these things. It's been a while. We got to make some progress here.
Then let me
Last
roleplay this a
time we had a
little.
lot of discussion about whether pineapple should be on pizza, and I think all the counselors voted based on that. So whatever really stands out to you.
Excellent. Well, I am a fan of pineapple on pizza, but that's neither here nor there. Micaiah and Jack, it seems like you have a lot going for your relationship and a lot trying to tear you apart, like that volcano that you were inside of. And I think that maybe if you were a little more considerate, if someone doesn't want vaping in the room, or in the volcano, as it were, it should be taken into consideration. So I'm going to vote for Micaiah on this one.
A landslide.
Oh, also, chat, I see 124 of you hanging out. Y'all get to vote, too. Please give us your best counseling take. All right, now what happens, Parwesh?
So now, well, since we're all in agreement, the grievance card goes to Jack as a punishment.
Indicator that I am at fault.
Exactly.
So I can think about what I've done.
And
we're gonna
Yes,
move on.
relationships are about punishment.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah, sometimes
either
we're good,
you or
sometimes we're ill.
Sharky now
Yeah.
can play one of the 3 grievances that you have.
Oh
and
my!
the story
can
of
we
the day
just-
has to keep going.
May we take a moment to admire the posters on the wall in your counseling office? This is nice. This is good TTS design right here.
Thank you. Straight off the
Yeah.
Steam Workshop.
Yeah.
The Lego Ninjago poster I see back there.
That's right. Gotta rep my childhood.
Oh, this is a great counseling office. Wow.
Yeah. I trust whoever works in here. Okay, so I'm sorry. Who did you want to go next?
Sharky, I think.
Great.
Yeah, I can go next. So, all right, vaping, we're working on that, but I want to know, in the volcano, what was up with that someone named Jennifer?
Oh, Micaiah, why don't you talk about Jennifer, okay?
Okay, so Jennifer is one of my old friends, and we actually ended up seeing her at the volcano. And I was just saying, yo, what's up, doing the things, catching up, because it'd been a number of years since I had last seen her. And Jack went full-blown jealousy mode and was super defensive and doing a whole bunch of things, and actually got into a fight with Jennifer. And I had to kind of stop things because they were kind of fighting towards the volcano. We're about 2 inches away from falling straight in, and I had to save them both. And Jack was just acting crazy about me talking with
That's
Jennifer.
an interesting way to construe the situation, Micaiah, because I actually recall that Jennifer was not just an acquaintance, but you actually were in a relationship with Jennifer for 6 months before you met me. And so when you approached Jennifer, who was with her new boyfriend, and you started hugging her, maybe touching her lower back region, there's a reason I'm acting a little jealous, okay? It's not just out of nowhere. You see your ex, you start flirting with her in front of her boyfriend, no wonder there's an argument, okay?
Okay, first of all, I don't like girls, so there was no meaning to
You dated one for 6 months!
I was just testing things out, and it wasn't as serious as you're trying to make it seem. If anything, you should have been more concerned about me looking at her boyfriend than me looking at her. So first of all, I need you to calm down. And you acted very bad during the situation, and you almost ended up taking your life and Jennifer's by falling into the volcano. So I think you're just acting
You started the
irrational.
argument, okay? If
I
you were
didn't start the
flirting with
argument,
the
no.
boyfriend or your ex, it doesn't matter, okay? I'm right in front of you doing these amazing ring tricks from my vape over the volcano, and you're just ignoring me and flirting with your ex or your ex's new boyfriend. It's horrible. I don't know.
Well, if you didn't have the nicotine in your vapes, maybe I would have been much closer to you and then nowhere near Jennifer.
You know, maybe
So
I wouldn't need the nicotine if you didn't stress me out like this, okay?
I think it's the nicotine, actually. You know, you can read some studies about how bad nicotine is for your brain.
Counselor,
But I don't
he's
stress you
flirting
out.
with me
You're
on a
trying to
date.
destroy my lungs, and
He's flirting
first of all,
with
you're trying to
Jack.
kill me, and then you try to kill my old ex. There's a lot of things that you're trying to do. You're acting
Brought
very
us
irrational
inside the
during our games.
volcano. I don't know.
This is
Yes,
stressing me
Okay,
out.
okay. I think we've heard enough. I think we've heard
Yeah,
enough.
I'm getting
here.
stressed
Thank
with
you,
your
thank
counselor now.
The counselor just needs to vape. She's too stressed to hear anything.
All right, so now you just offer your takes. Go for it.
Sharky, kick it off.
Wow, this is so hard because it's talking with an ex. It's a lot. But I mean, I'm friends with
Flirting with
my
her boyfriend.
exes. Okay, a question on give scale 1 to 10. How hot was the boyfriend?
He was like a 6.
Because he was fine. Then
He was like a 6, in my opinion. Micaiah thought he was a 10.
Micaiah-
apparently.
Oh, well, you know, my ex Jennifer was actually with Michael B. Jordan, so he was actually a 10, but Jack isn't really
That's
into
like a
dudes with
12.
short hair.
Yeah.
So he loves my dreads and all these things, so he just
Michael B.
you know.
Jordan's like a 6 in my book.
Ooh,
Jack.
I feel like-
Oh,
I don't wanna
I don't know, you're
antagonize
losing
my
points for bad
counselor.
taste.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I was leaning towards being on Micaiah's side, but then you said that, and honestly, I think Micaiah, you're in the fault here. That's just too much evidence. Not enough support for Jack.
Thank you.
Wow.
Parwesh.
I think Jack is in the wrong here.
Oh,
Thank
I
you.
think I think it just sounded like he brought in a lot of jealousy and negative emotions into this interaction. Like he could have been a lot more positive throughout. I would have been personally. I would have been
trying to get a new boyfriend in front of me.
Well, it's
No,
like
let
you,
that
Jordan.
happen.
I think you should be.
Oh,
You
I
should
get it,
understand.
I get
You
it.
should be understanding.
All right.
Personally. So yeah, my vote is Jack was in the wrong.
Okay. First of all, I want to say there's nothing wrong with Michael B. Jordan being on anybody's list. That should be allowed. We've all got permission for the list, you know. I think that your relationship, again, needs a little more compassion. This is hard. So we're 1-1 right now. I'm tiebreaker?
You're the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Okay, I need chat to help me out here. I am the counselor, and in this counseling session, I need to choose who's right, like every good couples counselor.
Yep. Choose sides. That's the moral of the story.
Imagine going to an actual couples counseling and it's like, hey, let me use the Twitch chat to decide who's right here.
Yeah, I mean, as someone who's a huge proponent of couples counseling, I gotta say, this is exactly what it's like. Yeah, Jack, I want to see you argue with more love in your heart, you know, but Micaiah, you shouldn't be checking out other people and then bragging about it, saying, it wasn't Jennifer, it was her dude. Well, that's not going to make him feel good either. But you did get rid of the Jennifer question, which was the whole card we're dealing with right now. So I got to give another one to Micaiah.
Wow.
And basically because Charlotte of Hall voted as well.
Wow, Charlotte, how could you?
All right, you got to win Charlotte over.
All right, so
All
if
right.
that makes me lose the tie, then I will take the second grievance card. And since we only have 3 counselors, no tiebreakers needed. So we'll just give the setting card to Micaiah to
Is that an
indicate his
in-game
victory.
point?
That is an
Okay.
in-game point. Micaiah has become victorious over this date of the
He's
Inside the
awesome.
Volcano.
All right, we have 12 minutes left and we can keep on playing, but do we want to talk a little bit about the development process?
Yeah, sure.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, first of all, I want to hear the win condition that we're looking for here. So is it just as long as you want, kind of like a Cards Against Humanity or a super fight, or is it like, do you have a set in the rules how many grievance cards, or rather how many setting cards you should win before the game has a final winner?
It is not set in stone, so it's just house rules. So just like Cards Against Humanity, usually when we play, we just have 3 setting cards, and there's a winner, something like that.
Very cool. And how did this come about? Where did the idea come from? I know you made it for a class, USC Games Expo, of course. But what inspired you? Whoever wants to answer.
Yeah, so this game actually has a pretty long origin story, and it's gotten very far from where it started. So Parwesh came up with the original idea, and then we recruited to help him make it a reality. So if you want to talk about what it started as, Parwesh.
Yeah, so the very initial pitch was actually not couples counseling. It was actually a couple at a dinner table with relatives. And so the story is they met on an online dating app, and they're convincing the rest of the table, who are their family, the story of how they met in person because of the stigma of online dating. So they're making up like a fictitious story about the first time they met, and then the parents are trying to poke holes in the story. So that was the original concept.
Yeah, so we were having some trouble with that, trying to figure out how to tie in that premise with the mechanics to make it actually function. And then we also wanted to create lots of yelling and screaming and sort of a feeling of one-upmanship of I did this, you did this. So we settled on a more antagonistic. I wanted to do divorce court, but we settled in the middle at couples counseling. And so here we are.
Yeah, no, but hey, Jack, you made it divorce court though, so you got
Oh yeah,
you got your
I'm
way.
the divorce lawyer.
Wait, really, or just for fun?
Oh, that's my official title on the team is divorce lawyer in our trailer.
Excellent, as everyone aspires to do.
That's right.
Very cool. And feel free to pop in private chat. I think we have someone's professor hanging out. I heard from a little bird. Okay. Micaiah, what about you? What was your favorite part of working on developing this game?
I I love making the cards and just kind of thinking about what would be funny and then what would like, just making things as outlandish as possible just to make
Can
it fun
you
for our players.
do any come to mind? Should we look at a few? Setting your grievance.
The grievance cards are, would make it. And we've had a lot of playtests where the unripened banana and spicy meat sticks are kind of the cards of topic that I think I love the most because they just are quite funny when players get to talk about them and their interpretations of what happened during their date with those things.
With a banana?
Yes, an unripened banana or a spicy meat stick.
Excellent. Okay, down for that. Awesome. Do you want to do another round?
Yeah, I'm dying to get you in the hot seat. So if we can.
Uh-oh. Okay. Well, my cat hit a button, and now I'm zoomed in. So hold on. Let me figure that one out. Cat?
Does your cat want to counsel?
Oh gosh, he needs counseling. His name is Little Bastard.
Little bastard.
Yeah, he's got a lot going on. Personally, making things difficult. Oh,
Yeah,
right,
he might need to
let's,
start with his own counselor before couples counseling.
much better. Okay.
All right, so we'll put you in with Sharky, and we'll
my
get right
sweet.
into it.
Yeah.
So I will flip a card, and we'll find out where your date was. The Metro Train.
Wonderful.
How romantic.
Hey, Sharky baby, you want to go on a date with me to the Metro train?
I'd love to. I mean, I don't think anything went wrong, but apparently we're here, so something must have come up. I don't know. I think we're doing great, though.
Yeah,
So-
I think counseling is about, those little things that we didn't maybe know were a big deal at the time, but somebody's
Just
a little
improving
bothered.
communication and being open, setting strong foundations.
All right.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. But when I was talking to you, it sounded like there was a lot of animosity going on surrounding the unironic dabbing. And I just wanted to hear a little bit more about how the unironic dabbing is playing into your relationship.
That's not
Well,
dabbing.
so-
That's dabbing? Did I get it right?
That was a pretty deep dab.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
Look,
Good for her.
I work a lot with kids, and it's a thing I'm just so caring about the people I work with. And yeah, I sort of pick up on their mannerisms. They'll dab a whole lot. And while they do it, ironically, probably these 12-year-olds, I sometimes, I think it's a great dance move, like flossing as well. It's fun. And you know what? If I'm having a great time, we're together on this train, about to travel somewhere beautiful and wonderful, I'll give a little dab. Just a nice, just a fun little dab to show how excited I am. The kids taught me it. And that's all. I'm just excited. There's nothing embarrassing or wrong about dabbing unironically. I'm hip, I'm
Jack.
cool.
Jack, you see what I'm dealing with? You see what I
Yeah.
have to deal with? I don't even know where to start with her. I love her. She
just loves to
cares
dab.
about these kids, but she doesn't know. If we go to a wedding, she dabs. If we go to a funeral, she dabs. We're in line at the bank and she's dabbing, and it's an embarrassment to me, and it is harming our relationship. I love you, Sharky, but I'm sorry, you have to stop. Ironic dabbing would be one thing, but it's so unironic.
It's so much fun. It's just come on, do one with me. Just do. It's so much
I will
fun.
not. I will not.
All right.
See,
No
this is-
dabbing in the couples counseling room.
Yeah,
okay?
we have a strict no dabbing rule in this office, so
I've
I'm
dabbed
glad we
like
paid
5
for
times
3
so far.
counselors. We this relationship is worth it.
Well, Micaiah is actually Parwesh and I's counselor, so it's like a meta counseling situation.
Got it. It's like a teacher's
We argue a
assistant.
lot as counselors. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of just trying to express yourself from Sharky, and a funeral might not be the best time to do that, but a metro train station, it seems like some place where you just accept your partner's flaws. And if Becca really loves Sharky like she says she does, I think she's got to be okay with some unironic dabbing.
Oh, may I add, I'm so sorry, I forgot about the location. I just want to say, when we were on the metro train, she just really opened herself up to being pickpocketed because she held it for so long.
Oh, interesting. That adds a dynamic. Parwesh, what do you think?
It's just the one time I keep my wallet in my back pocket. I swear I keep it in my purse like most of the time. It's just this one time.
I personally think there's no decent time any decent person should be unironically dabbing in, again, the year of our Lord 2021. It should just not be happening. I think Sharky's in the wrong here. There's no place for that. No place for that.
Parwesh and I never agree. Micaiah, you got to settle this.
Okay, well, I think that dabbing is quite outdated, but you are also working with kids and you pick up on things, and I think I can respect that. And as someone who is in a relationship with someone, I think you should accept that as well. But you did also leave yourself open, but I'm guessing that she also has faith in her lover that you would protect her or do anything if anybody was to try and rob her. So I'm putting the blame on Becca.
I get it. No, I get it. All right.
All right, so Becca, you're going to get this card here.
Legit.
Unironic dabbing.
No, I know. I get it. All right.
It's fun. You should do it more. Honestly, I think we just could dab together.
Okay. I'll dab with you, honey. You ready?
That's...
Oh no!
The couple together.
That correct?
Oh,
yeah. We got a match.
Oh no!
Oh no!
We
never
keep
get
dabbing
it.
till we dab. You know what?
You just don't
Yeah,
know
I don't know if you're
entire...
compatible.
Thank you, honey. That made my entire year. Honestly, there's nothing more that just made me so happy.
Yes.
That's great. I'm glad we could have a happy resolution with this couple.
All right, we have 3 minutes left. Do you want to do one more round? Parwesh hasn't gotten to argue.
Ooh, I was actually about to play another grievance.
Okay.
To keep the
the same couple.
Yeah, if that's
because
cool
we're making it. We're making it work. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of passion here.
Well, there's a knot in this day actually because she was out here unironically dabbing, but then there was an actual vampire on this metro. So she was leaving herself totally vulnerable to this actual vampire. Would you care to explain?
Uh-oh. Wait, what's the... No, that's someone named Jennifer. An actual vampire. Okay.
Who was at fault for the actual vampire?
Oh, yeah, that was my fault, actually. The vampire was my fault. I invited him to spice things up for us. I thought... we've been having nice dates at the metro station. We've been getting good donuts down there, because that's where you get the best donuts. Is at the stand in the metro station, and Sharky loves them. And I just thought, surprise! Let's introduce this vampire into our love life. And I don't think she was into it, but really my intention was just to bring some excitement. Sharky?
Look, I get it. I'm all for, a nice sexy vampire to spice things up.
Right?
I've been there too. Problem is, it was daytime. His skin was burning. And that's not very sexy and attractive. So it's like the sentiment was there, but it's just the execution. Like, you have a lot of grand ideas of how to improve things, but in the end, you just gotta, it's just the little things. Like, we waited a little longer for the sun to set. Maybe it was a cloudy day. I saw it, but that effort was there, but come on, he was burning. People were staring because he's really pale. It's plenty of goth people in LA, honestly. So he wasn't sitting out too much, but just the skin burning and the sun, and it just wasn't working out.
I get it. It's just that you told me you love a campfire, and you always love to sit by a fire at night. And so I thought, ooh, it would be even sexier than a sexy vampire spicing up our relationship is if that vampire is also on fire. He wasn't very smart. He came when I invited him in the daytime.
Don't blame this on the vampire. Don't blame this on the vampire.
Okay.
I think I've made my decision.
Does Charlotte of Hall's comment, if the smell of burning flesh doesn't spice up your love life, I don't know what will, make a difference here? Or
maybe it does. I think there was definitely a romantic gesture, not the time nor the place. Okay, you tried to bring someone into your love life on a metro train in the daylight, and they were a vampire. Seems like a bad formula. I'm gonna have to side with Sharky on this one.
Hey, anybody? Micaiah, Parwesh? Come on.
I also have to side with Sharky on this one, honestly.
Whoa.
Thank you.
What?
I also...
Just not the place.
I also am siding with Sharky. I think that just thinking of the smell of a burning vampire is gross in itself, and you're also stuck in a metro train. So I think it's really just recirculating.
And all those other passengers didn't want that either.
Okay. Wow. Harsh but fair. Looks like
Yeah.
Sharky won this one.
In a landslide decision.
Understandable. Well
All right,
done,
Sharky.
Sharky.
You get the point card. So I guess we'll wrap up our game with a 2-way tie.
Yeah, we're out of time here, but any last thoughts? People can see in chat. They can go to loveitfirstdraw.com if they want to check out more about your game.
Yeah, so go to loveitfirstdraw.com and you can click through right there to our Kickstarter, which we're hoping to launch on about June 1st. So you can set yourself to get notified about that. And our goal there is to just expand the current set we have right now. So we have about 65 cards. We want to bring that number up to about 500 and actually fill that box. You'll know the Cards Against Humanity box. We're trying to get a nice big magenta box like that.
Sorry, I was muted. Yes, that's awesome. All right. Well, thanks so much, friends. It was such a pleasure to meet you. Congratulations on developing your game, and best of luck with the Kickstarter.
Thanks so much for having us on.
Yeah. Take care.
Thanks.
All right. So it is time for our final game of the evening. I'm so excited to show this to you. It's called Money Making Machine, and it's designed by Michael Pierce, and we have Sean as well, who is, I believe, the professor that probably knows a lot of these game creators, and they're going to be showing off the game right now. Money Making Machine is a satirical card game where you manage the university of your dreams, rob your students of all their wealth, and steal your professor's research for your own. Money Making Machine only requires a standard deck of cards to cheat your way to the #1 spot in the Princeton Review. Without further ado, let's bring in Michael, one of the creators of this game. Hey, Michael.
Hey, Becca, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Great to see you again. Now, tell me one more time. Did you work with other creators on developing this game?
Yeah, I worked with 2 other people at the start of the game, and then I took it a little bit further just by myself.
Awesome. I really am intrigued by the satire. Obviously, there's no bitterness here in the reasons why you went into designing this game. Let's bring in our final player. Hello, Sean.
Hello. It's such a pleasure to see you. Hi, Michael.
Oh my gosh, I really love the green screen with the on-brand artwork in the background.
This is my character sheet, so that we can keep me honest. I gotta say, Michael, I feel like inviting me here to play a game about the corruption of universities is a little bit of an entrapment. I'm not sure how to take that, but I think we'll have fun.
Well, see, I just thought you would have the best perspective on how accurate the systems were as a representation of the system.
Of course.
Yeah, true and true. Hard to argue with that. All right. So I've got Tabletop Simulator open. Michael, do you want to set up a game?
I believe I have the server open.
Oh, there you go. Okay, let me join you. There we go, joining, getting in here, and click, 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 click.
Plastic.
All right, popping in. Cool, cool, cool. Failed to connect, full.
No.
Did you not make enough space for me?
Oh no.
That's all right. Let me hop in here. I'll try that again. You might have actually made it set it up as a 2-player game. Oh, players 2 out of 2. I think you got to set up one more.
I will fix that. My bad.
All right. Sean, was I right? And you were the professor for all of the game creators we met tonight?
Not all of them, and certainly not all of these games, but yes, I do teach at USC in the USC Games program, and I've taught Michael in a couple of different classes, but not the class where he developed this. So this is actually my first time playing this game.
Got it. You are here informally.
Informally, exactly.
Sweet. Well, Sean, it's a pleasure to meet you. Just while we get in this game, I'd love to know your history with games and game design, and how you came about to be a teacher of such things.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, so I'm actually a graduate of the Interactive Media and Games program, the master's program, the MFA, back in 2011, I think, which is now 11 years ago. That's crazy, 10 years ago. My background is in computer science and programming, and I worked at a research lab for a little while doing sort of virtual worlds research, and then discovered the USC graduate program, met some people who taught there, met some people who went there, fell in love with it, and decided that that's what I wanted to do. I went and I graduated from that program, and then refused to leave the building, basically, just stuck around.
Excellent. Love it so much. All right. How we doing, Michael, with getting in the same server name?
Same server name, same password.
It's still telling me 2 out of 2, but I'll try it again.
I added more people.
Why is it full of lies? Why?
Why?
It's thinking and thinking. Oh yeah, still thinks. Maybe you can invite me to join as a viewer. But if not, let me try and do this.
It says I have set up max players to up to 10.
Ah, you've invited me now. Let's see if that works. And let me just pump the jams while we wait. Okay.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, heck yeah. Don't worry, we got copyright-free jams. Okay.
Let's go.
I got your invite. Coming in hot. Accepted an invitation.
We're getting there.
Oh, I know this password. Magic fingers. Got it.
Hey,
Boom.
we got there.
Bang.
Wonderful.
All right. Here we go. Okay, I'll turn down the music here. Michael, tell me a little bit. Oh, you have done some fiddling here since we played yesterday.
Yeah.
So do you want to
make it a little bit easier to see what and figure out what's going on?
It's beautiful. I'll take the red card spot if you don't mind.
Go for it.
And Michael, do you want to just explain kind of what's happening on our turn?
Yeah.
I can share my character sheet as well as the tabletop simulator, and then
Wonderful.
you can lead us through some turns.
All right. So the setup is almost completely done, but we have still to do the most important part of the game, and that's naming your college. So I saw, Sean, you already had named your college.
I have. It's I'm representing today the Rhode Island School of Dessert.
Oh, nice. Still RISD. Yeah.
It's still RISD. I mean, SEO is difficult for us. We don't come up high in Google search results, but we make it work.
Cool. Love that for you. All right. I need something clever and charming. If I were to create a college, it would be... it's the University of Abacus Innovation.
Oh, yes. It's
a strong choice.
It's very specific. We do one thing and one thing well.
I feel like we're due for some abacus innovation, so I think that's a strong choice.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go with my classic. It's my default university name, the University of Ships and Giggles.
Can't go
Maritime.
Yeah.
Maritime. Very good.
Yeah, maritime giggling. Very, very important.
All right. What's next?
So now that we have that, we have the opportunity to set up a little bit of infrastructure. Because this is the summer before the school year actually starts. So there aren't any students on campus, so we can build buildings, demolish buildings, So we have 3 things we can do. We can gentrify the surrounding area. We can upgrade our labs. or we can upgrade our student housing to register more students. So I'll go first. I'm going to choose to upgrade my students, where you
Wow,
check
don't you
off.
wish you could, Sean?
Listen, you said it. That was not me.
Sick burn. 1 point for Becca. Okay.
So that's going to cost me $150. And then in the next stage of the game, if I get lucky, that'll improve my odds of and allow me to hire more or admit more students. So then we'll go to you, Sean. What do you want to do for your turn? You get one action.
I'm going to do the same thing. Oh, is it just one action? Doesn't matter. I'm just going to do one
We
thing.
get one and we keep going around.
I am similarly going to upgrade my students in the 2 level, my admissions level 2.
All right. Oh, we have a guest. Wonderful.
Oh, yeah. This is Little Bastard. He has demanded to be included.
Hi, Little Bastard.
Hello, Little Bastard.
He says hello. Okay, my turn. So on my first turn, I get to either increase my lab level, my students level. Do I have another option here?
The third one was to gentrify the surrounding area, which is the option directly underneath your reputation and corruption.
Ooh.
Because ultimately, our goal is to get to 15 reputation and earn the #1 spot in the Princeton Review. But if we reach 0 reputation or 20 corruption, you lose the game.
All right. I don't know if you caught any of Hostile Architecture, but I'm getting similar vibes. You win by being the most evil. Okay. I like the satirical nature of this, and I'm going to update my students registered. So if I were to reveal a 3, it would instead become a 4 if I check this box right here. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly
I'll go
it.
with that. Okay, we'll try and reveal a 3 then.
All right. So then I'm going to pass. I'm going to save my remaining $150 so I can hire more professors in just a little bit.
Oh, do I have to? Yes, I have to spend $150 to upgrade that admission card.
You do have to do that. And now I could take another action if I wanted.
Yes.
But
or
I'm
you
going to
can
pass.
All right. We're both out. What about you, Becca?
Oh, no, I'm going to hold on to this cash.
Yeah,
all right. All holding with 150, all having upgraded our housing a little.
I'm already worried 150 is not going to go very far in the university setting, I think, but...
It's representative.
Yeah. We're working with smaller numbers here. We're just getting off the ground, Sean. All right. So now we need to decide how much we're going to charge our students to study at our university for the year. So we're going to select our 2, our 3, or our 4. And that's going to be how much money we earn from each student we admit. So I'm going to go with just a simple 2.
Sorry, I need to get my character sheet back up. All right. Lots of buttons to click. Oh, no.
And so I'm going to get $20 for each student I admit. What about you, Sean?
I'm putting out my 4, which means that I should get 40. Is that right?
So you can get $30.
30.
Or you can
No.
aid.
No. Are you
Get a little bit
kidding
of
me?
corruption.
I am playing this straight laced. You are not going to find me acting corruptly in this scenario.
Am I, Sean?
I'll get $30 per student. Thank you very much.
All right. How about you, Becca?
Oh, gosh. Okay. So we're looking at the bottom left of the character sheet where it says tuition pricing, and I can just choose a 2, 3, or a 4 and receive that much money. But I don't want to choose the 3 because of the remaining cards. That's what will randomly be selected for my admission card reveal. Is that right?
That's exactly it.
Okay, so I'm trying to draw a 3 for that. So I got to leave 3 in the mix. 4 would also be sweet. Gosh, I can't do the math. I think it all would work out pretty evenly. But let's not take the corruption. I'll let the students keep their student aid, and I will... Oh, I'm just a spectator. Hold on. Change my color. Playing as red. Great. I am going to give them $20 each per student housing.
All right.
Okay.
So then we're going to take our other 2 cards and randomly select one of those, and that's going to be how many students we admit.
Cat is
flip,
knocking
give it a good
things
shuffle. I'm going to admit 4 students from my college.
Oh,
nice draw. It doesn't actually matter which one I do because I upgraded my 2 to a 3, so I'm going to admit 3 students.
Thanks.
Oh, okay. Look at you, Max Minnan over there, Mr. Game Design Professor. Okay. Well, I got the 3 I hoped for.
Oh, very nice.
Although technically it didn't matter for me either.
I don't think it mattered for any of us on this turn because I upgraded my 3 card as well.
The maths.
The maths.
Also, hello to everyone in chat. If you have any questions for Michael, who designed this game money-making machine that you can play with a simple deck of playing cards, please feel free to ask. And shout out to Geeksternon. Hope you feel better. All right. What's next?
All right. So if you then mark in your admissions records how many students you admitted and your tuition pricing, if you downloaded the editable university sheet, it will do that multiplication for you. Which is nice, especially as those numbers get larger.
So this is
under year 1, the freshman, I would put $20.
You admitted 4 students.
4 freshmen. How much could a banana cost? $20? So tuition pricing, I'll put 20.
Yes. Your total student count is also 4.
There's that auto calc we love.
Yeah.
Boom. Alrighty.
All right. So if you add that to your total available funds, now we are ready to start hiring our professors because we know exactly how much money we have to hire our professors with. So each professor costs a different amount of money depending on...
Sorry, may I pause you? In my total available funds, starting with 300, spent 150. Now I add back the tuition, which was $80.
Yep, so you should be at 230.
Okay. Thank you. Get it. Go on there. Get down with your bad hiring professor self.
All right, so this next part of the game is the part that has the most depth to it. That you're going to be hiring professors to either send them to conferences or publish their research and then kick them out of your university.
Did they do anything? Sean, does this ring true to you?
Those are the 2 ways that a university can treat professors. My favorite part, Michael, if I read the rules right, is that when you send professors off to a conference, they don't come back.
That's true.
Oh my.
They go to the conference and then immediately get hired by a company for their
like
research.
sending your dog to the farm.
Course. That's what I've been doing wrong.
Come on, Sean. Why haven't you gotten hired by a company yet?
Love it. Okay, fair enough. So who you going first, Michael?
Yeah,
I'll go first again. Different values of the professors cost different amounts of money in order to hire them, because different professors charge different amounts of money for their services. And then the conferences have a requirement of the total value, as well as the suit has a certain requirement. So, for instance, this Jack of Diamonds needs you to have a total professors attending it of at least 10, but they all have to have the exact same research value. So you could, for instance, get there with both of these 7s. And so as you're hiring professors, you kind of need to pay attention to what the other people are doing in order to try and block them from having the professors they need to go to a conference.
Right.
And if you can't go to a conference, you can then instead steal their research, where you get an effect based off of how many cards you return, but you do gain some corruption for it. So I will start, and I will just take this 7. Then you immediately fill the slot, hiring 1 professor at a time, going around the table. So now, Sean, you get to hire a professor.
Okay, and the conferences that are up are the Jack of Diamonds, which diamonds have to have the same research value, okay? The Ace of Spades, and spades require professors to have consecutive research values, and the King of Hearts, where hearts require attending professors to have the same suit. All very interesting. Well, I don't have a coherent strategy, but I'm pretty sure Michael is trying to get both of these 7s. So I'm going to take one of them.
Almost as if I gave that as an example.
Almost as if you gave it as an example. So I'm going to take this 7 and spend $80 on it.
Okay, my turn. Now, I have $230 available. If I overspend, I'm in big trouble, right? I got to balance this budget.
If you overspend, you'll just have to take a little bit of corruption and return a professor back to the bottom of the hiring pool.
But then I don't get to send them to a conference also.
This is true.
Yeah, that's okay. So we've got a budget here, 230. Okay, so I'm $10 short of being able to get the one of each. Okay. Math. No, I can do some things. All right. So we've got a 9 of spades, an 8 of spades, a 5 of diamonds, and a 5 of hearts. If I'm trying to go to a conference that's all about jacks of diamonds, baby, then I need everything to have the same research value. So, no big deal. Don't look at what I'm doing. It's fine.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
I'm grabbing this one. This random one. Don't even worry about what's on it.
I don't, everything's fine. I don't see any problems here.
Cool.
Just barely short of being able to attend the King of Hearts. That's a shame.
Attending professors must all have the same suit, and then you have a diamond. Do you need to have how many professors will we be hiring here?
As many as you have money for.
Okay.
But you need at least 2 to send together to a conference.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
So I'm going to just take this 5. No, I'll let Becca have it. I'll be kind on this turn. I expect to be returned in my investment of kindness.
It's almost exactly like the scenario playing Azul with my husband last night, where I said, no. We'll stay happily married if you take the other color. And he was like, wait, what's the opposite of that mean? I don't know. I'm not going to specify. I didn't threaten you. I just said we will stay happily married if you take the blue.
It's a clear statement of fact.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna hire this 8, which is another $80 for me.
All right, we're pretty cheap over here at Abacus U, and I'm gonna take this 5er. So I've spent 120 right now on professors. I'll just mark it down because I will forget.
All right, and then I will just take. I will use all of my money. Run out of money. So that is it for me. Sean, what about you?
I can afford to hire this 6, so I'm going to do that.
Okay, friends, we've got $110 left.
Pick up one of those. It's only 9s and 10s at this point.
Now, I can only send to one conference, is that right?
So you can send to multiple conferences, just one action at a time.
But when you send your professors to a conference, then they disappear. So you're not going to be able to send the same professors to multiple conferences.
Thank you for clarifying that for me, Sean. And you can save your money in pass, Becca, if you want.
I save my money and pass.
Okay. All right. So now our professors have successfully taught their students and done their research, and we can now either publish their research or send them to a conference to present it themselves. So once again, I'm going to start. It's going to go to Sean, then back to you, Becca.
Okay.
I'm going to publish the research of all 3 of mine. I could snipe the jack. No, I want to cash these in. So by returning all 3 of these, I'm going to take 3 corruption, but I get all of my money back and an additional $40.
So, sorry, walk me through that, like, really
I'm
quickly.
so, I need more spelling it out. Yeah.
So I'm going to decide to publish research with all 3 of my professors.
Right.
Now, does that mean you cannot send them to conference?
Correct.
Okay.
Great. So
I'm with you.
Take a look at the highest value of the research.
I see.
They're taking charge of that.
Okay.
They're taking charge of the research, so they get their name published on it. They're earning the most money. Of course they're going to get their name on it. In this case, I have a tie, so I can choose. and I want
Okay.
to take the diamonds one.
Okay.
Okay.
So because then
you.
I'm returning 3 cards, I go to the 3rd level, which is gain money equal to the total of these professors' salaries plus $40.
Awesome. Okay.
But by
Wow.
doing that, I also do take 3 corruption.
Because you
deserve
take
it.
1 for each of the
Yeah,
professors.
for each card you return, you take a corruption.
Okay. Makes sense. All right. Now, I was not able to afford everything that I wanted. Can I attend any of these conferences? The Jack of Diamonds, I would need professors
do
with
that.
and research value. Can't do that. The Ace of Spades, I am set up for, but I don't have enough professors to go to an Ace conference.
Just short.
I'm 5 short. And then the King of Hearts, I'll have to have the same suit, and mine do not. None of mine do. So I am. Can I keep my professors?
You absolutely can. You'll just have to pay for them next year.
Oh, they keep getting paid?
Oh, they want to get a
True.
salary every year.
I feel like maybe that's something I've been doing wrong too. Okay.
As a professor, forgetting to ask every year.
All right. Well, I feel like I'm backed into a corner. I really have no choice but to. What am I going to get? Hold on. What am I going to get with clubs at level 3? Register 2 more students next year. Another university registers 1 fewer student next year. I'm going to do that. I'm going to publish all of this research.
And I thought you said you weren't going to take any corruption, Sean.
This isn't corrupt. I will argue that these professors, this is what they were hired for. And I will. So now I'm going to remember that I get 2 extra students, and Michael, you get 1 fewer.
Oh no. Rude.
Okay. Is it my turn?
It is.
You're going to have to tell me if I'm doing this correctly. Let me make
right.
my scorecard a little bigger here. All right. So, in my tabletop, I have... I'm really hoping to get to a conference, but I think the key thing
the
I
dream,
need to look at
right?
here, it really is. Now, I hired, cheap professors. They do good work, but, they, don't value themselves enough. Anyway, I'm really hoping to get that Jack of Diamonds. Now, the conference value says research required 10,
You
reputation
have a
1.
5
What
and a
does
5,
that mean?
so you're good.
So I'm Exacxies.
Exactsies. Yep. Equal
Okay,
or
because-
higher, and you can attend.
Becca,
So,
look at
got it.
that.
Okay, it's almost like I accidentally did this on purpose. We'll just say that because I do play a lot of games. So maybe my subconscious was interpreting what my conscious mind was like. I just like 5s. Great. Okay. So I can recruit this Jack of Diamonds.
Yes.
And then the requirement for attending a conference, I do have 2 professors so they can go together,
Yep.
share a room because, again, University of Abacus, very cheap. We will only spring for 1 room. And the attending professors must all have the same research value, which we do. So
Yep.
I get
Yeah.
I get 1
So-
reputation.
That's right. So that puts you up to 6, and you are actually in the lead now.
Are in the
Because
lead.
that's our in-game condition, or our victory point condition is reputation, yes?
Yes.
Amazing. Well, on that note of me being in the lead, it is 7:30. We can take a couple of extra minutes and talk about the game and the design and what you're doing next, if you'd like.
Yeah.
I feel great about it because,
Well, if
Because
we
you're
have
in
we
the
a
did
lead.
it here.
that
We did
means
it
you won.
here. Yeah, that. I like being the person that calls when we end the game. Well, Sean, do you have any thoughts of after playing this?
Yeah, Michael, without speaking at all to its accuracy, I can neither confirm nor deny.
You're the perfect guest for this. I'm so happy I asked you to come on.
I love the systemic depth of this, and it's very simple. And for for instance, the mechanism for determining how much tuition income you get is really simple. Like, you've got these 3 cards and they're worth different amounts, but if you take the higher value one as a tuition cost, then you lose that as a possible number of students. That's a very cool, tight little system. But also this like drafting between cards that all have different numbers and different suits, and those mean things in how you can use them. I mean, it's very crunchy. It's very like complicated.
I'm so glad you used that word too to describe games. I use the word crunchy all the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm glad it's an official design word.
Yeah. Hey, if you ask me, it definitely is. No, I think it's very, very cool. Like, it's and well balanced from what I can tell playing, a round of it.
Can I jump in here? I want to say, please. I love that this takes a normal deck of playing cards, so that way if you were, hypothetically, because as we've seen as a theme, you got to make it capitalistic for it to work. So if you were going to market this, what you would be marketing is your rule book. And so I really like the interactive character sheet. I like that it includes rules within the character sheet. I think the next level of this would be maybe making it a couple-page booklet that includes steps, like and then incorporating graphic design with maybe some images of examples. That can all be part of the character sheet, that it helps you along the way, because it has this element of imaginative play of like, little kids grab the deck of playing cards and they're like, the jack is here, but the king says no. And I like that you've taken this well-known thing that we all have in our homes and you said, okay, well, this can be something else. And I'm going to show you what that can be. And it's going to have this allegory and this metaphor towards, kind of a corrupt system that maybe we should look into, but also be a fun game where you're trying to win and you have, that has stakes. And I think you did a really great job with this, and I'm excited to see where you take it next or the next games you work on.
Thank you.
What were your thoughts in having us play it here, and in just in general, any final thoughts on what your process was like here?
Yeah, it was a really fun process creating this, because it actually started out that me and a couple other people were trying to figure out the system of actually not a full college, rather just a little microcosm of it, with managing a dance team as part of like a college club. But then as we kept taking a look at the systems, we're like, all right, we've got students, we've got teachers. And it resonated a lot better when we expanded it to be an entire college rather than just a little microsection. And then obviously went over the top with all of our theming, because that makes it fun satire.
Absolutely. You got to do it. If you're doing satire, go all the way. Because some people still won't know it's satire.
Oh, man, they sure won't.
Everybody check out Money Making Machine. And Michael, thank you so much for showing this. Is there any place you'd like to direct people to go? I know it's, or any place where you publicly put out the rule book or anything like that.
Yeah,
or just your social media.
Yeah, if you want to play this game for yourself, it's available on my website at pursegaming.com/moneymakingmachine.
Typing that in chat.
I'm sure I just type that out to you.
PERCE?
Yes.
Cool. There we go.
As well as you can find me on Twitter at secretlyaplant.
A what?
Secretly a plant. Yes.
Good. I'm glad you're secretly a plant. Very cool. Well, thank you so much for spending time here with me today, and good luck with everything you do. Sean, it was really nice to meet you.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, hit me up. We'll play games sometime on the internet.
Definitely.
Again. Cool. All right, friends. Well, I'll say goodbye to you now. Appreciate you coming in. All right. And you, friends, hello. I appreciate you spending this time hanging out with USC Games Expo. We saw some incredible games. You can go back and watch the VOD of this live stream. It's also going to be on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/goodtimesociety. All kinds of videos there as well. We played Ambush, Hostile Architecture, Love at First Draw, and Money Making Machine. And I hope that maybe this inspired you, if you're thinking of creating a board game, to do it. Just do it. Throw it on Tabletop Simulator. Get it up on Kickstarter. Make it all a reality. Oh, and Nightcat has thrown out the link if you want to check out all the games from the Expo, and they're streaming at the USC Games Expo. I think that's the Twitch channel, so sorry. Don't know off the top of my head, but check out the USC Games Expo and all kinds of things that they're streaming all weekend, and they have VODs from yesterday as well. Really great work from all of these students. All right, folks, that's all we got for you. Becca Scott, the gaming judge. I judge nothing. I just play. And I had a lot of fun playing these. So I hope you had fun hanging out and watching. And I'll see you all soon. Please take care of yourself. And hey, get a vaccine. Oh no, y'all. I don't have the music to play us out. All right. Well, we're going to go do a raid. Probably the USC Gaming channel. See you next time.